biggest Spider-Man was supposed to come to Marvel's Avengers. At this point, I'm not sure if anybody cares because the game fucking sucks. But I mean, he is coming. He'll be exclusive to the PlayStation. Is he exclusive to the PS5? I think it's just PlayStation in general. All right, so the chat is saying PlayStation in general. So we're gonna blame y'all if I'm wrong. Anyways, let's check out this gameplay. First impressions, I don't like the character model. Let's go ahead and just right there. What is this claymation bullshit, bro? This shit is ugly. Yeah, first impressions, this shit look ashy as fuck. Fucking bean watermelon head ass. I don't like this. It's hard to look at this shit, especially after playing Miles Morales on the PS5. This shit just looked doo-doo, man. This shit looked like the fucking 60s commercial, not commercial, but the 60s show. Spider-Man, do anything that a spider can hit us.
Finally, on November 30th, Spider-Man is swinging.
Animation's looking rough already. I don't know if y'all saw that. Look, watch when he's swinging. Like, look how it looks like it's skipping frames almost.
Spider-Man is swinging his way into Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah,
if you're playing on PlayStation,
like he's skipping frames.
I recently got the
this bitch moving at 24 frames. This is a movie or a fucking game? Jesus.
Chance to spend 2 hours hands-on.
And I think it looks especially bad for a character like this, where Peter is known for his agility. So for a character that's known about poise, agility, speed, reflexes, you probably should have a good frame rate.
Crystal Dynamics' latest addition to the
Every time I see more of this game, it just makes me mad, man. It's like, how did you fuck this shit up?
A quick note here before we get going that all the footage you're seeing here has been provided by the developers and not captured by us.
Did IGN ever offer me a job? No, they've never offered me a job or work with them. Freaking actually, job. I got a job with G4 because I know games and I'm funny. They're not trying to be like IGN, so like I'm a special case where there's not a lot of people who are like that. Anyways,
Spidey doesn't have any of his own story missions, but instead feels more akin to a character joining a hero shooter roster. As with every other Avenger, Spider-Man comes complete with his own unique moveset and slots right into the frantic action. As with any of the Avengers, he also has 3 heroic abilities. Web Bomb causes area of effect damage and is naturally
big
useful
AoE
for crowd control, but also inflicts the new webbed status effect onto enemies. Once that status
looks so bad.
The enemy becomes incapacitated.
It looks really janky and unfluid compared to Marvel's Spider-Man. It just looks it doesn't look very fluid, bruh.
And much easier to take down. The Spider Drone is a patrolling AI companion that fires webs at any foe that wanders into its range.
Yeah, he looks stiff.
You can choose whether to instruct it to roam a specific
Nah, it's not PS1 quality. Chill out.
The Wrecking Ball, effectively a giant.
What I've always been curious about is like this man is like kicking Ultron robots and shit. Like, does that hurt his bone structure? I don't know how Spider-Man works. I know he has like super strength in the sense of like he can lift stuff. But you know, when you punch it, like, does it hurt him? Or, like, how does that work?
Hero design has never been Marvel's Avengers' problem. The same, sadly, can't quite be said for how it feels to play as Spider-Man outside of a fight, though. In this
They got this man Peter Parker running around the city in the foot. This is how you know this shit is ass. This tells me everything I need to know right there, boy.
It can't quite be said for
everything I need to know.
By Peter's native Queens. A very high bar has been set.
It probably doesn't have a lot of like areas to swing around in.
But even
he probably doesn't have a lot of areas to swing around in because Spider-Man is an afterthought. It was DLC. It wasn't like him swinging around an open world wasn't a core component to the gameplay like actual Marvel Spider-Man.
Allowing some headroom, Avengers falls quite some distance short of it. Opting for the swing off of anything method, Spider-Man effectively swings from a glass ceiling in the air. In fairness to Crystal Dynamics, this is the only real option, with the majority of Avengers locations being rural, such as deserts and snowy tundra.
He just proved my point. So like, yeah, actually I remember when I played this game, yeah, there was like a level where it was like wide open in the snow, like there's like big rural areas, so there's no way for him to like swing around. So it just goes to show you that Spider-Man probably was never really meant to be in this game, but people probably bitched and complained that he wasn't in the game. And they was like, all right, we'll throw him in there. So he's an afterthought. He doesn't really work well with the core mechanics of the gameplay on top of this shitty fucking frame rate and this awful outfit. This awful default outfit, man. They could have did more with that.
The developer also doesn't have the luxury of being able to design a whole city around the Spider-Man mechanics like Insomniac.
Spider-Man was always supposed to be part of the deal with Sony. I can't tell, bro.
The first swing or two
it looked like an afterthought.
But that magic often swiftly and unceremoniously evaporates as Parker smacks his face into that aforementioned glass ceiling.
You can tell that he hasn't, like the reviewer or the previewer, he doesn't have a lot of footage to show off that makes the game look cool. Because if you notice, they keep recycling clips. There's a reason for that.
It's unfair to compare it with the Insomniac version. It's honestly questionable whether the swinging here feels any better than Spider-Man 2 did on the PlayStation 2.
Damn! PlayStation 2 swinging
high into the air and hit that invisible barrier. Something that also affects.
Not to mention he doesn't have like the swagger. Like he just looks heavy in the air, and he doesn't have the swagger of an exaggerated swagger of a black teen, you know.
Past the 15th story like an out-of-service elevator. Stay low and you can build up some decent momentum, but show much ambition and you'll be met with some pretty...
This isn't even his gameplay?
Describing Spidey's arrival as a hero event instead of an operation is basically code for don't expect any story mission.
He said he swings like a husky. What does that mean?
Apart from a short cutscene introducing Spider-Man to the rest of the team, the rest of what I...
Yeah, they just shoehorned him in there, bro. He's not even actually part of the story. They were just like, hey, Peter, hey.
Saw of Peter's plotline about a suspicious chemical company.
He swings like he's out of shape. He said his gameplay is from the developer only. One clip he was playing it. So the developers are playing this game. So that's another red flag, right? Anytime a developer comes to showcase the media their game. Yo, shout out to Skip Dial with the sub. Appreciate it. Am I a part of the media now? Do I count as part of the media now that I'm part of G4? I don't know. Like, but anytime game, I just had that thought. Like, fucking, am I? Do y'all get to make fucking gaming journalist jokes about me now? But anytime like a game dev or studio comes to like the media and they don't let you play the game, that's a red flag. Like, get the fuck off the controller. Like, y'all remember when what's the name came to play No Man's Sky on that late night show? He sat there and played the game the entire time. And I remember saying that shit's gonna be ass because he won't let nobody control the game. He's doing very specific things, showing because he knows if he goes just a little bit too much to the left or a little bit too much to the right, the game will fucking blow up because it wasn't ready.
Apart from a harm room tutorial, there's no new mission content here. The lack of content is definitely frustrating.
Put the controller down. Let me play.
Those expecting a new set of Spider-Man story missions to play will be left disappointed. One thing that Spider-Man doesn't lack, however, is outfits. Crystal Dynamics' latest addition to their Marvel skin.
The fuck is this outfit? What is this? The Silver Surfer? What the fuck? And then the skins are not as good as fucking Marvel Spider-Man either, bro. What the hell is this shit, bro? Just ghetto. Why would I want to unlock this? That's just ghetto.
There's every color under the sun imaginable, as well as some fan favorites from the comic.
Okay, that one's all right. The noir one, but it's hard to fuck up that one.
Such as the Spider Noir suit. It's clear that a great deal of care has...
What suit is this? The Spider Punisher? Or like Spider Red Hood? What the fuck is this suit?
Been taken in curating and designing these outfits.
Not unlocked. So you gotta pay money for these skins? Oh hell no.
The same attention doesn't seem to have been paid elsewhere regarding new missions or Spidey's traversal. Spider-Man has been a long time coming.
That's not the 2077 suit, is it?
While it does remain to be seen whether the wait has been worth it, for the moment, his addition feels more like a promise fulfilled through gritted teeth rather than one delivered with a smile.
What did I just say? Judging by the gameplay alone, they may have announced him, but this feels like an afterthought. He was never supposed to really be a part of the game. They did it because fans were bitching.
For more Spider-Man in Avengers, why not check out the latest trailer? And for everything else, stick with IGN.
I will not be playing that. I just wanted to check it out, see what it was about. But yeah, that's Marvel Spider-Man. Is anybody actually excited about this? Y'all let me know. Spider-Man joining Spider-Man joining fucking the Avengers.